And this one right here is very special to me. This one is titled Something About Your Love. When I think about that quote, I think about an old Stevie Wonder song that was made. I think it's called Knock You Off Your Feet or Knock Me Off My Feet. And there was an artist in the mid late 90s that redid that song. And his name was Donnell Jones. And when I look in that song, that's what he says. He said, love that makes me weak and knocks me off my feet. And when I think about that part, something about your love, it just was so appropriate for this segment of my 10 days of love. Thank you so much for joining me again. I'm Yasheka Foster. If you have not checked out my other 8 days and my 10 days of love Valentine's special, please be sure to do so, and I will link them in the video. And so today's topic, something about your love. So we all want to believe that we are lovable, and I believe that we are. Everyone is lovable, everyone is capable of being loved, and everyone is capable of giving love. However, the way that we give love and receive love is different for everybody. And so I wanted to use this message, this particular broadcast, to allow you to get more in depth about you as a person and what is it about you that's lovable. What is it about you that you say, you know what, because of this, I'm lovable. Because of that, I'm lovable. Because of all these wonderful things that I'm made of, I'm lovable, right? Because see, the way that other people see us may be different than the way we see ourselves. But the reason why this is important is because when you ask someone this question, why are you, what makes you capable of being loved? What makes you deserving of love? A lot of people will think about that question. They can't answer it. They can't answer their word because that's something that they never really thought about. Never really about what makes them lovable. What is it about them that people love? And we're not talking about family. We're not talking about friends because we're going to show those people the parts of us that we need to show them, right? Because when you're talking about family, sometimes family's going to love you regardless. When you're talking about diehard friends, friends will tend to overlook some things about you because you're not dealing with them on the same level you would deal with an intimate partner. And that's what I'm talking about, the intimate partner love. What is it about you that makes you lovable for an intimate partner, right? Is it your personality? Is it your smile? Is it the way that you have a caring heart for other people? Is it a way that you are vulnerable with other people? Is it a way that you show them how you love them, so therefore it makes them love you back? I mean, what is it about you that that's something about love? And I mean, this question is so simple, but when you ask anybody this, it makes it almost impossible for them to really answer the question, right? One thing I noticed is that when you ask somebody to talk about themselves, a lot of times people will have difficulties. You know, I remember when I was in the military, one of the things that we had to do was evaluations. We had to do awards and things like that. So a lot of times the higher up will tell you, you know what? Write down some things about yourself. Write down some goals or achievement that you've done. Write down some things that where you've made impacts. And so this would be for a rating or for an assessment. But when it came down for an award, right, which means you were going to be recognized for something that you did, and they know what you did, but they want you to write it from your perspective. You mean a particular acknowledgement. People find it so hard to write about themselves, right? It's almost like they don't want to appear too arrogant, and they don't want to overinflate anything, right? Because they see themselves on a different scale than other people see themselves, right? So a lot of times people will take the modest approach when you ask them to talk about themselves. And so when you think about the question of something about your love, ask yourself, what is it about you that's worthy of love? And be honest, right? Because even if you are a butthole, right? People love buttholes. People attract to buttholes for whatever reason because they look at them for a challenge or whatever it is, right? Because you might be a butthole in this area, but then you might be wonderful in this area over here. So when you think about something about your love, who are you? What is it that you offer? Talking about you in your flesh, in your being, in your whole person. What is it that you offer? What is it that is something that makes you lovable? And I need you guys to really think about that and be honest with yourself. So even as you go back and you watch all the videos, right, of my day 10 of love, and you come to this video and you ask yourself this question: what makes you capable of love? What is it? There's something about your love. What is it about your love? And ask yourself that question. Answer it for yourself. And if you're not sure, ask your partner. If you are in a loving relationship, ask your partner, what is it about you that makes them love you? Right? Because sometimes we'll tell people, I love you, but what is it about you that makes them love you? And it gives you an insight of how people see you. And you'll love yourself positive that you see in yourself. People will help you. So sometimes who you are is reflected in other people. So it's okay to ask. It's okay to ask your partner. And if you don't, then ask yourself the question: what is it about you that makes you lovable? What is it? There's something about your love. What is it? All right, this wraps up my day 9. This was a pretty short one. This is probably the short one of all of them because it was just a probing question to really get you to think about love, your journey of love, and all things related to love. And and so make sure that you subscribe to my channel as well as follow me on social media on Instagram at Coach Yasheka, on Facebook as well as YouTube, The Art of Dating. And I am Yasheka Foster, affectionately known as the Artist of Dating, and I empower successful women to date through self-discovery while finding the love of their lives or manifesting the love of their lives and the tools necessary to balance it all. And I will catch you guys in day 10.